Welcome back. If you are listening to this while recovering from a concussion, I want to begin by validating how difficult this season is. Before your injury, your brain had a deep reservoir of energy to handle the various demands of life. Right now, that reservoir is significantly lower. Your brain is diverting the vast majority of its available fuel towards repair. When you try to push past your limits, you drain the remaining fuel, causing a spike in symptoms like headaches, dizziness, and brain fog. Before your brain took this unexpected detour, you had a routine. Maybe you were a multitasking champion who operated at 100 miles an hour, or just like getting as many things done in one day. It's very frustrating to move slow when the world around you is moving so fast and we may feel like we are falling behind. So, what do? We try to force it. We try to answer that email, fold the big basket of laundry, or take the extra meeting, expecting our brain to just deal with it. And then we crash. The reality is your brain's habit of wanting to run at full speed did not automatically turn off. Because there is no cast or band aid for others to see, we often put the pressure on ourselves to keep functioning at our pre injury pace. The long hours in front of a screen, demanding work schedules, and high stimulus environments collide with a traumatized brain that is operating under a strict biological speed. What I quickly learned is that my brain is essentially a battery. Every single thing I do, whether reading a text message, having a conversation, sitting under a bright light, or even just processing a loud noise, drains my brain much faster than it used to. In the world of neurology, they often talk about the metabolic crisis of a concussion. Your brain cells need energy to heal, but the injury makes it harder for the cells to get that energy. So if you use up all of your limited fuel, you have nothing left for actual repairs. If you only remember one thing from this episode, let it be this: rest is not a lack of productivity. Rest is the medicine. And when we don't allow our brains to rest, we prolong the recovery. I learned this lesson the hard way. Please do not make the same mistake I made of pushing through my day when my brain was signaling for me to slow down. I'm 100% certain I prolonged my recovery by attempting to operate at a speed that my brain could not sustain. In a world that values constant productivity, resting can feel like a waste of precious time. On the contrary, when you rest, your brain, it is actively rebuilding pathways and clearing out inflammation. It's also important to note that there is a distinct difference between physical rest and cognitive rest. Lying on the couch while scrolling through your phone, reading a book, or watching television is not cognitive rest because your eyes and brain are still working at a high capacity to process light, language, and movement. True cognitive rest will require minimizing sensory input to allow your brain to allocate 100% of its available metabolic energy towards cellular repair. So, what does this look like? Well, here are a few examples: limiting screen time, turning off the television, ignoring the pile of clean laundry that needs to be folded, using a service to deliver your groceries, not attending loud social gatherings or crowded places. Avoid straining your eyes on hobbies that require fine motor focus, such as knitting, puzzles, or detailed drawing. Staying hydrated and not skipping meals. Now, depending on the individual and their lifestyle, this list could go in so many different directions, but these are just a few ideas that could help in the recovery process. When I began to view rest as an investment in my long term neurological health, I shifted my mindset from being a passive victim of a frustrating timeline to being the active patient guardian of my brain. The secret to winning this long game is radical self care and lots of rest. If you are working on a task and feel a symptom begin to surface, that is your cue to stop and take a break. Your brain just flashed a warning. Pushing through the pain does not build resilience, it delays progress. Respect the warning. You survived an injury that requires strategy, not exerting yourself. Give yourself permission to move slowly. Honor your current limitations. This is the most direct path to reclaiming your health for the future. As you recover, the goal is to gradually reintroduce activities without triggering a spike in symptoms. The week following my concussion, I attempted to resume my regular workout routine, and let's just say things did not go well for me at all. Pushing through symptoms forces the brain into a deeper energy deficit, which can extend overall recovery by weeks or even months. As we wrap up, just remember you aren't doing nothing when you are resting. Your brain is working very hard behind the scenes to patch things up. Choosing to rest is the smartest choice you can make for the long-term health of your brain. Learning to drop the guilt about the list of things I should be doing was a major turning point in my recovery. This is your permission slip to do the same thing. So take a deep breath, give yourself some grace today, and I'll see you next time.